Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the start of the first game between 𝗃𝗃𝗃 and FEUJI fighters. 𝗃𝗃𝗃 have won the toss, elected to bowl. It's a cloudy, misty day early in the morning. An early morning start, 7:30 for the time on my clock right now. Had a little bit of an eventful start. The non-striker, who's now on strike, come out without a full gear and then had to go back, otherwise we would have started at 7:30. Prajwal taking strike, facing Kashyap ready. Bangs it into the pitch, does not bounce all that much. I think that hit him on the lower end of the thigh guard, no run on offer. FEUJI fighters, the one victory out of their 4 games. 𝗃𝗃𝗃 vying for the second spot on the table, having won 3 of their 4 games. So if they win today, they go on to the number 2 position in the points table. Of course, if they have a very huge victory, then they could go up to 1, but that's slightly unlikely. It's an interesting matchup, this. Cleared off the pads. I think that was going down the leg. Pretty sure that's a leg bye. Yes, umpire confirms the same. Prajwal has scored 33 runs in his 2 innings so far. Tries to advance down the pitch, get himself room, can only tap it towards cover for a single. Once again, a short ball does not rise as much as the batsman had expected there. Awkwardly played towards square leg for a single. The last ball of the first over coming up. 𝗃𝗃𝗃 is a very strong bowling team. We've seen in the past that they use their spinners to great effect. Slow things down in the air, make the batsmen do all the work. That's been the modus operandi. Wide down the leg side, stopped by the wicket-keeper. Wicket-keeper making a signal towards point, asking the bowler to warm up. Once again, cramps him for room. Batsman tries to move inside the line, but the ball kept following him. It's a good way to finish the over for Kashyap. With 5 runs conceded in the first over of the day. End of the first over, Prajwal batting on 1 of 3, Srikanth batting on 2 of 3. Second over begins, starts off with a wide outside the off stump. Sandeep Reddy, the ball in hand. Sandeep Reddy, 98 wickets in his 115 matches. We're trying to get to his milestone of 100 wickets in this match. Very good economy rate over a long career. Sandeep Reddy just under 7 runs and over. Flogged towards mid wicket, just a single. Try to hit that hard towards long off. Akash standing there. Collects it on the bounce and sends it back. Hit it in the air again, going towards long off. It's on the bounce. Oh, that's aggressive running by the batters. Come across for the second. So Prajwal taking the aggressive route there. Akash slightly disappointed long off that he conceded the second. Outside the off stump, beats the fielder at covers. Akash still runs around and keeps it down to 2. Prajwal now 6 for 6. Down the leg, just got the thigh pad on the way. Shiva, the captain, the wicketkeeper for 𝗏𝗃𝗃. Once again, down the leg. It got some bat on it. The ball beats the inner field. 2 runs towards the square leg area. The end of the second over, the score moves on to 14 runs. Starts off the first over with the dot ball. Played towards square leg again. Doesn't look like the batsmen are getting any timing on the ball. The ball is kind of holding on to the surface. Batsmen trying to go big, but unfortunately so far have not been able to connect very well. Bowler asking Akash to move a little bit in, a few yards inside the boundary rope. And a full toss. Interesting to see if the umpire raises his arm. He's thrown the stumps down at the bowler's end. An appeal for run out. Looks like the batsman has made his ground comfortably. Slow and tried on that occasion. And a Wi-Fi password. Banged that one in the pitch, but way down the leg. Good work by the wicketkeeper. Played that towards the cover point region. No single on offer. Once again in the block hole. Fielder at mid wicket. Oh, that was close. Very lucky the batter to get away with that. That was touch and go. End of the third over. Score moves to 17 runs. Fired into the stumps. Played towards mid wicket. Running on the midfield. Oh, that was tight again. The keeper appealing, the third umpire. The umpire is signaling towards the third umpire, so we'll take a look. I think the batsman has made his ground, but you never know. Clear it towards long off. Akash does the fielding, keeps it down to a single. In the air, towards point, the fielder runs in. Valiant effort, but in the end, ball burst through his fingers. I do think that he got his fingers on it, but unfortunately not able to hold on. I'll take another look at that in the replay. See there, ball in the air, fielder circling, fingertips. Once again, early in the morning, dew on the ground, maybe some dew on the ball. That definitely would not have helped the fielder. This time makes room, hits that towards long off. Akash manages to stop that ball inches from the boundary rope after that misfield. Finally managed to get a good contact, beats the fielder at mid-wicket, runs towards the boundary, brings up the first boundary of the innings for Team FEUJI Fighters. This is now a good start for the team, 25 for none, 3.5 overs. Beats the batsman on the inside edge, between the batter and the wickets. Wicketkeeper did well to just get behind the line of that ball on that occasion. So new bowler into the attack. The first time, off the back foot, played towards long off. Asking for a second. That is going to be tight for sure. But not a great throw from the deep by Akash. The batsman managed to run through for the second. Good running between the wickets by Team FEUJI Fighters. They've been very aggressive with their running. 28 for none. 28 balls bowled in this innings already. No wickets lost. I think that's the primary objective for Fuji Fighters, having lost the toss, being inserted into bat first. 29 now for the loss of no wickets. The end of the over with a dot ball. 29 for none at the end of 5 overs. Belted it towards long off, but only a single this time. Running in right arm over. Once again, 𝗙𝗏𝗃𝗏. Just a single towards square leg. Is that a run out opportunity? I think that is. The umpire have raised a finger already. Wonderful pressure this from Team 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗏. They tighten the noose on the batters, not giving them anything easy to work with. Fuji Fighters are taking a few risky runs out there, and eventually, I think that was a risk too many. That one was hit straight to the fielder. 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗏 still ran through. I think he's lost his wicket there. Let's take a look at that on the replay again. Hit that towards mid-wicket, square leg. Fielder collected it on the bounce, sent it to the wicketkeeper, who comfortably dismantles the stumps. Wonderful wicket keeping and wonderful fielding. It all happened flawlessly in one action. But now that wicket brings to the crease Mohammad Azhar Ali, the big player for Fuji Fighters. Azhar Ali, 215 matches for his 5,800 runs. Fantastic career. He's the big player for Fuji Fighters. What does he bring to the table today? Dapped it towards short third man, no run on. Played that towards covers, no run on offer again. Very good pressure bowling. Kashyap bowling his third over on the trot. Just conceded 8 runs so far. Again, wonderful bowling this. An appeal for catch. And Azhar is walking. Wonderful work this. Pressure bowling once again. Put it in the block hole. Just outside the off stump. Azhar could only guide that towards the fielder at short third man, who takes a comfortable catch. So wonderful wicket for the bowling team. An absolute bonus. And Azhar has to walk back with his head in disappointment. Take another look at the replay. Azhar out for naught of 3 balls. Kashyap picks up his first wicket. His 99th wicket so far. See there, the ball was on the full. Just played it on the bounce, guided it straight to the fielder at short third man. That is good captaincy as well. Had the third man up because he had asked his bowler to bowl full. This is wonderful work from Team Oracle, because they are bowling to their field. The bowlers are executing their plans to perfection. So Azhar walks back in disappointment. The new batsman walks out. "30 for 2 now, 5.5 overs. Oracle stamping their authority on this match. Kashyap picking up his first wicket. "132 wickets now for him in just 123 games. So that's a phenomenal record for Kashyap. That was an interesting piece of bowling. The umpire at the non-strikers end had to take evasive action, because Kashyap somehow managed to bowl it from the back of his hand, almost over the umpire's head. Interesting cricket that. 𝗵𝗺 is the new batsman who's out there. Had a wonderful last match, 67 runs and picked up 2 wickets as well. 13,300 runs in his 7,700 matches so far. And 600 wickets to go with that as well. So wonderful all-round player 𝗵𝗺 for Team FEUJI Fighters, who's out there now. Full toss, outside edge, towards short third man, who parries it over the boundary rope. I think there's going to be a check on whether or not that was a no ball, because that was bowled full, around about waist height. We'll take a look. A no ball called by the umpire. That's confirmed. Taking a look at the replay. So an additional ball should be a free hit. 𝗵𝗺 gets an absolute bonus at the start of his innings. Of the free hit, hits it over the cover region. Wonderful boundary. So fantastic returns for 𝗵𝗺. 8 runs of his first 2 balls faced. Played towards the fielder at covers, no runs. Defended towards the fielder at the bowler rather. 𝗵𝗃𝗃, the bowler, was the man of the match in the previous game for 𝗚𝗏𝗃, picked up 4 wickets. Once again, wonderful bowling from 𝗵𝗃𝗃, keeping things tight. Beat the fielder at cover, just for a single though. Not a lot on offer there. Played towards short fine leg for another single. And some urgent running again from FEUJI fighters. They've already lost 1 wicket to a run out. On that occasion, judging it to perfection, they run through for a single. They end the 7th over for 42 for 2. Wonderful start to the spell from Akash. Beats the batsman outside the off stump. Just down the pads, hit the pad, run through for a single towards short fine leg. Akash is a rare breed, leg spinner. Very difficult to find good leg spinners. Akash has been fantastic this tournament. Both with the bat and ball, he's come in and made a difference for 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃 every single time. He's bowling from right arm over the wicket to 𝗏𝗺𝗃𝗃, who's batting on 9 of 3. What a ball! Fantastic, just beaten outside the off stump. Well kept as well by the wicketkeeper 𝗏𝗺𝗃𝗃. Flighted it full. The batsman has drilled it past the bowler. Wonderful boundary from 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 is looking really good out there. Brings up his 3rd boundary. The score moves on to 47 for 2. 2 full on that occasion from Akash. Batsman taking full toll of a bad ball. Gentle reminder for you, these pictures brought to you courtesy Team MVL. Please do vote for us on Crick Heroes. If you're watching the coverage, enjoying the commentary, give us a review on Crick Heroes. The run rate at the moment exactly 6 runs and over. Inside out, played it over the cover fielder. Wonderful stroke from Shiva. It may have looked like a catching opportunity for a second, but the fielder was inside the circle. In fact, in an attacking position, maybe if you're standing back on the traditional 30 yards region, that would have carried to him. The fielder was in. Batsman managed to just evade that fielder, and once you do that, have a 4 runs all the way. So Akash going for 8 runs in the first over, 9 if you include the leg bye. 8 overs bowled, 51 for 2. Abhishek coming back. Left arm around the wicket. Just a single towards square leg. That brings Shiva back on strike. Srikanth is struggling a little bit out there. 12 runs of 24 balls. And Shiva has come out and injected a lot of venom into the batting. Just 7 balls for his 17 runs. Change in field now. Covers also goes back. Akash standing somewhere in between the 30-yard circle and the boundary rope. And an appeal for leg before. The bowler just charges through. The umpire raises his finger instantly. So Abhishek makes an impact. Wonderful piece of cricket this. It was an amazing appeal there because there was no appeal really. It was almost like Ravindra Jadeja. Fires it in, runs through, charges, because he was so sure that he had a batsman in front, and the umpire agrees with him, raises a finger immediately. Not too much disappointment from Shiva as well. Look like, we'll take a look at that again on the replay. Yes, pitching full right in front of middle. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. So Shiva Gundra is dismissed. Avinash, the new batter who comes out. Abhishek picks up the wicket of Shiva. 17 runs of 8 balls. Abhishek making an impact early into this innings again. Wicket in his 3rd over, just 8 runs conceded. Lets that one go outside the off stump, and it's good bowling. Avinash, the new batter, out. Just 898 runs of 59 matches, average of 24, strike rate of 110. Top score of 66. Then down the leg this time, the umpire calls it a wide. $53 for 3 now. 53 for 3, 8.3 overs, just a tad bit about 6 runs an over with 3 wickets lost, 3 important wickets lost for Fuji Fighters. Oracle have been the bowling team this tournament. We've seen that in every single game. Played that towards covers, they run through, the fielder misfields, so safe single at the end of the day. And he's bowled him! Advances down the pitch, Srikanth. He was under pressure for a long time. Just 12 runs of his 25 balls faced. He wanted to go down and take the attack to Abhishek. But Abhishek, the wily old customer that he is, they fired it into the stumps. Srikanth missed, but Abhishek did not. Hit the leg stump. Picks up the 4th wicket for team Oracle. Fuji Fighters now in a lot of trouble. They're losing wickets in a hurry. Take another look at the replay. See that? He spotted that the batsman was advancing right there. Fired it into the stumps. So Srikanth is dismissed. Anirudh, the new batter who comes out to bat. Play and a miss. Wonderful bowling again from Abhishek. Just flighting it in the air. Just 10 runs conceded and 2 wickets picked in his 3 overs. Fantastic work from Abhishek today. New bowler starts off with a shortish one outside the off stump. The umpire stretches his arms, calls for the wide. Wonderful wicket keeping as well from Shiva, standing up to the stumps. The bowler is bowling in at good pace. 𝗀𝗃 the new bowler into the attack. 375 matches for 365 wickets. So very experienced bowler Gopal. Hit towards point for a single. Once again, short and wide. Umpire stretches his arms again. Gopi Krishna struggling a little bit with his line. Played off the back foot, punch towards deep cover point. Misfield there. That results in a second run. Slightly floppy by 𝗹𝗃𝗃𝗲. Beaten outside the off stump this time. Both batsmen batting on 2 runs of 4 balls. 𝗹𝗃𝗃𝗲 have come back and picked up wickets quickly and inserted a lot of pressure on FEUJI fighters. Wonderful bowling again. Keeps things tight. Gets the outside half of the bat. No run on offer. The last ball of the 10th over. �59 for 4 the score. Full toss. Hits it towards mid wicket. The ball is running towards the boundary rope and crosses the boundary for a much needed boundary. The FEUJI fighters 63 for 4 at the end of 10 overs. Poor over that from Gopi really. He lacked any control, conceded 9 runs. The pressure let off somewhat. But anyway, 63 for 4. Well, the first half of the first innings has been completed. 63 for 4. 𝗹𝗃𝗃𝗲, I think, will be the happier of the two teams. Abhishek has bowled wonderfully for them, picking up a couple of wickets. Shiva playing a good knock of 17 of 8. Prajwal also played well for his 17 of 16. Shrikant struggled a little bit. It was 12 runs of 25 balls. Azhar, big wicket, going out for naught of the first 3 balls. Avinash and Anirudh out there in the middle now. They'll try and stabilize the ship for FEUJI fighters. How much are they able to get? We'll find out as we return in about 5 minutes' time. The start of the second half of the first innings. An appeal for leg before umpire raises his finger instantly. Wonderful bowling once again from Abhishek. Does his job, sticks to within the stumps. The batsman is distraught. He looks upset. Not sure what he's upset about unless he got some bat on it, because the umpire was extremely confident and raised his finger instantly. We'll take a look at the replay. That's missed the bat comfortably, crashing into the stumps. I'm sure when he takes a look at that replay, the batter will agree. Take another look at that from behind the wickets. It's right in front of the stumps. No doubt about that. I guess that was only disappointment from Avinash more than anything else. So Avinash dismissed for 2 runs. Abhishek picks up his 3rd wicket. Chakri, the new batter, who comes out to the middle. Not a lot of stats to talk about Chakri. Just 10 matches so far. He'll be facing Abhishek, who's in red hot form at the moment. Plays that towards long off for a single. Abhishek 3 wickets now to go with the 4 wickets that he had picked up in the last match. Wonderful performer for 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃. Slowed that down in the air towards mid wicket. They run through for a single. A tight run that. I dare say that was misjudged, because slightly better throw there from that fielder would have resulted in another wicket for FEUJI. They can ill afford these runouts. They've already lost 5 wickets in this innings. Still have to play out the 9.3 overs. Oh my God, that's a horrible ball. The umpire calls that a no ball. The ball landing outside the playing surface, so by the conditions deemed in the game, that's a no ball. The batsman will get a free hit now. Wonderfully bowled again, fired into the stumps, not giving the batsman anything to work with, Abhishek. So gets away with that. Fantastic stats Abhishek has today. 3.4 overs, 13 runs for 3 wickets. Can he get a 4th one for his team? Chakri plays that off the back foot towards cover. No run if on offer. For the last ball of the spell coming up for Abhishek. 66 for 5 the score. Once again, similar stroke going towards the cow point region. No run on offer. At the end of the spell, 4 overs, 13 runs for 3 wickets for Abhishek. How much of an impact will that create on the match? We'll find out in a little while. For the moment, FEUJI fighters are struggling at 66 for 5 of 11 overs. Akash comes back. Top edge that just evades the bowler. Just a single. appeal for leg before, but that time the ball definitely pitched outside leg. This time played it towards covers. Very attacking field from 𝗰𝗃𝗃. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fielders inside the circle. We are in the 12th over of the match. That shows their aggressive intent. Just 2 fielders out, long on and long off. In the air towards the fielder at short third man of Gully. Takes a good catch. Low down towards the ground. Holds on to it. So Akash picks up his first wicket. Anirudh is dismissed. So Abhishek creating all the damage on the other end, but now it's Akash's turn. We'll take a look at that at the replay. Top edge. A little bit away from him. The fielder managed well. Got under it and held on to it. I think it helped Akash. Sandeep Reddy, the fielder at point. $68 for 6 now, FEUJI fighters of 11.4 overs. I think they will have to reevaluate their strategy and kind of to figure out a way to bat out these 20 overs. 𝗪𝗪𝗘, the new batter, out. 40 matches for 240 runs. Beaten outside the off stump. Wonderful bowling from Akash, keeping things tight, just keeping it outside the off, getting the ball to go away from the batter. The last ball of the 12th over. Played that towards short fine leg and he's gone! So Akash picks up his second wicket. It was hit well, flat, sharp towards the fielder at short fine leg. The only fielder in that region that was hit straight to him. So Akash, a leg spinner, bowling that line on the leg stump, tempting the batter to go play with the line of the ball. But the ball will keep going away from you. 𝗪𝗪𝗘 misjudging that and hitting it straight to the fielder at short fine leg. This is wonderful cricket from team 𝗃𝗃𝗃. And 𝗪𝗪𝗘 gets dismissed early. The second duck of the day for FEUJI fighters. Azhar was dismissed for naught of 3. 𝗪𝗪𝗘 now dismissed for naught of 2. Akash picks up his second wicket at the end of his second over. There's 10 runs conceded. So 5 wickets already now between the two spinners in the 6 overs, Akash and Abhishek. 5 wickets, 23 runs of 5 overs. That's how well the spinners have done for 𝗃𝗃𝗃. That's been the pattern of the game for them. 68 for 7 of 12 overs. Oracle way on top here in this game. Meera, the new bowler who comes into the attack. He also had a successful game last match. A defensive field for Meera. Just 4 fielders inside the circle. Mid-wicket covers point and gully. And everybody else is outside the boundary rope. Rather close to the boundary rope. Starts off with the ball outside the off stump. Dot ball. Once again, play and a miss. This time the umpire stretches his arms and calls it a wide. Nudge towards the fielder at deep cover. Just a single is on offer. For Chakri now. 3 runs of 9 balls. Gangadhar, the new batter who joins him in the middle. He's yet to face his first ball, Gangadhar. Again, punch beautifully, gets the gap between point and cover. And the fielder at point runs back, keeps it down to 2. Played towards deep mid-wicket for another single. So FEUJI fighters now into the 70s, 73 for 7. Again a play and a miss outside the off stump. Last ball of the 13th over coming up now from Meera. Flighted outside the off stump. He's hit that towards long on. Goes on the bounce, just a single. The end of the 13th over. The score is 74 for 7. So Meera bowls an uneventful first over that's gone for 6. Akash, I'm sure, will come back into the attack now. Once again, Akash going with a very attacking field. Just long on and long off for the 2 fielders outside. Everybody else is inside the 30-yard circle. What a wonderful piece of bowling that is. Lands it on the leg stump and gets it to fizz outside the off stump. It's too difficult for a batter, a lower order batter, to face that. It's very difficult. There's an appeal for caught behind. Shiva looks confident. The umpire keeps a finger down. But Chakri will continue to bat out there. 4 runs of 13 balls. Once again, wonderfully bowled. Block hole. Just a single. $75 for 7, 13.3 overs. Akash will be desperate to pick up another wicket here. We have Gangadhar on strike, batting on 3 of 2. Gangadhar looks like somebody who prefers to go by the long handle. I'm sure he will target the mid-wicket or the long on area, because that's the line that Akash has been bowling. So it's a battle of widths. Anticipate some action here. Yes, there you go. He's bowled him. Landed again on the leg stump. Squared the batsman up and hit the off stump on its way out. Beautiful bowling from Aakash, gets his third wicket. Gangadhar dismissed for 3 of 3, and Aakash picks up his third wicket of the third over. Just 11 runs. We'll take another look at that replay because I think this is going to be a highlight. Let's take a look at that again. The ball drifts in, lands on the leg stump and picks up the off stump on the way out. Wonderful bowling this from Aakash. Bamboozled, absolutely. Gangadhar had no idea what had hit him there. We'll take another look at that front on. And see there, the ball drifts in. He's trying to play it on the leg side and then leaves him at the last moment. Picks the off stump. Beautiful bowling from Aakash. 3 wickets for Aakash now, 8 wickets down for Fuji Fighters. Fuji Fighters in complete disarray. Aakash has his tail up now, 3 wickets picked already. Can he pick up 5? 2 balls left this over. Sai Kumar, the new batter, keeps it out. Well played by Sai Kumar. He has to find a way to keep Aakash out. They have to somehow struggle their way up to 100 runs. That's 25 runs away now. Top edge, going towards the fielder. Once again, just beat the bowler. I think that was slightly poor there from Aakash because he should have had that long off fielder towards the mid-off region. 8 wickets down. They don't mind conceding a few boundaries so late on in the innings. Anyway, that over is come to an end. 14 overs bowled, 76 for 8. Wonderful bowling from Aakash again that over. Picked up a wicket, just conceded 2 runs. 76 for 8. Meera coming back into the attack. No, not Meera, that's Isaac. Isaac bowling, right arm over the stumps. Starts off with a dot ball around off stump. Played that towards long off for a single. Siva, the wicketkeeper, calling the shots, asking the point fielder to come closer. So again, a full ball, slow one, played towards long on for a single by Chakri. Mid wicket now comes into the circle. Attacking field again on offer. Fine leg, mid wicket. Covers, short cover point, extra cover point, and short third man. These are the fielders inside the circle. Hits that straight towards mid wicket. The fielder misjudged it. Was not sure whether to move forward or back. Shiva not happy with that. Ball goes over the boundary ropes for a much needed boundary for Fuji Fighters. 82 for 8. They get into the 80s courtesy that boundary. Fuji Fighters will fight all the way. They'll try and force every single that they can through these innings. I think they're desperate to get to at least 100 runs this over, this match. 𝗙𝗏 have seemed to be struggling this over, especially with his length. He's bowled a few full ones. Once again, a chilled-in field. This mid-wicket, I think 5 wants 2 mid-wickets out there. So one if a short mid-wicket and then a mid-wicket on the 30-yard circle. It's a very interesting field, the first time that I've seen anything like this. So a short mid-wicket and a regular mid-wicket, both placed inside the 30-yard circle. Very rare field on offer for us. Once again, full toss, once again hit in the same region, beats the fielder, goes for another boundary. Slightly poor from 𝗙𝗏. He's bowled a few hit-me balls this over. He's been lucky to get away with few, but the last 2 going for boundaries. And FEUJI fighters will finally have a smile on their face. 86 for 8. That brings another change in field. Mid-wicket goes back to the 30-yard circle, and they also have a deep mid-wicket now to protect that shot. If there's another full toss on offer. Yeah, but that's a good ball. He ends the over with a good tight piece of bowling. 10 runs conceded off that first over from 𝗙𝗏. 86 for 8 at the end of 15 overs. Meera back into the attack, starts off, bowls the batsman. Just landed it on a length. The ball keeping a little bit low. Maybe there was an inside edge on that, but losing his off stump. Chakri is dismissed. Meera picks up his first wicket. Let's take a look at that on the replay. No bad on that, just keeping a tad bit low. Played all around that Chakri. Loses his stump. So 86 for 9 now. FEUJI fighters really struggling. Kishore, the new batter, out there for them. Almost 1100 runs for Kishore in his 280 matches. So he's no mug with the bat. FEUJI fighters will really hope that he can perform today, score a few runs for his team, because they desperately are in need of a few runs. 86 for 9. Somehow have to get over the 100 mark. Psychologically, it will create a huge difference if they're able to do that. 𝗙𝗂𝗹𝗆, on the other hand, will want to do just the opposite. Played outside the off stump towards point. No run on offer. Looking tentative out there, Kishore. Meera has bowled well within himself. Shot this time on the leg stump. Nudged that towards the fine leg region for a single. It's good batting from Kishore. This time played towards short third man, no run on offer. Full ball on the stumps, played towards square leg. There was a single on offer, but Kishore choosing to say no. Last ball of the 16th over coming up. 87 for 9. Flow ball. It's defended on the legs. The end of the over for Meera. Interesting to see who comes into the attack. Looks like it's going to be Akash. So he'll have a chance to pick up his 4th wicket. In the block hole, defended, wonderful bowling from Akash. Top edge, wicket-keeper running there and takes that catch. Wonderful wicket keeping, 4th wicket for Akash. The end of the inning for FEUJI fighters. They're bundled out for 87. A disappointing display for FEUJI fighters for sure. And team Oracle will be 𝗂𝗃𝗹𝗃. Akash, star performer again, picking up 4 wickets. Let's not forget that wonderful piece of bowling from Abhishek as well. Picked up 3 wickets for almost nothing. 3 wickets for 14 runs. Akash gets 4 wickets for 14 runs. Kashyap contributed with 1 wicket. Meera also contributed with 1 wicket. Then there was 1 run out. That was also affected by Meera. So Oracle inflicting some heavy damage on FEUJI fighters today, dismissing them for 87. They'll just need 88 runs to finish this game today. Whether or not they manage to get that score, we'll find out in about 10 minutes' time when we return with the second half of this game for you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the start of the second half of this match between FEUJI Fighters and 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃. FEUJI Fighters bundled out for a low score of 87. 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃 out to bat. They need 88 runs in 120 balls. Starts off with a wide down the leg stump. The keeper can't get around it. I think Kishore running back to stop that. I think he's done well. Just got his foot down in time. Defended. No run on offer. Down the leg. This time he's picked the gap with perfection between square leg and fine leg. Bisected the two fielders to bring up their first boundary. 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗏 getting off the mark with that boundary. Six runs to score. 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗏. Short ball this time, it is straight to square leg. Straightforward catch. 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗏 is dismissed and Avinash picks up his first wicket. Poor stroke that from 𝗬𝗏. Just did not get under the ball enough and hit it straight towards that fielder. Takes a comfortable catch. FEUJI Fighters will feel that they are in the game with that early wicket. To send a scare down Team Oracle. Anirudh at square leg takes that catch. And 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗏 have to go back. Played a very good shot to get a first boundary, but lost his way with that stroke. Almost had too much time to play that stroke. Was undecided in terms of where he wanted to hit it. In the end, ended up bobbing it to the fielder at square leg for a comfortable catch. For FEUJI Fighters back in this with a wicket early on in the innings. Oracle need a partnership. FEUJI Fighters need these wickets to continue. Casey is the new batter out there. 266 matches for 2,650 runs. A lot of experience. Full toss. Played that towards 𝗵𝗏𝗏. No run is on offer. Played that towards the cover region. No run is on offer again. End of the first over, the score is 6 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Looks like it's going to be Kishore from the other end. So FEUJI fighters have also decided to go the spin route. I think they've seen that 𝗿𝗏𝗃 benefited a lot from their spinners. 8 wickets between their 3 spinners, Meera, Akash and Abhishek. FEUJI fighters have already picked up 1 wicket in their first over. And Kishore, who's been their biggest weapon, is now coming into bowl. Right arm over the wicket. He's also a leg spinner. Wonderfully bowled. A slow one to start off. In fact, the wrong one. 359 wickets in just 280 games. That's fantastic bowling stats for Kishore. Almost a wicket and a half every game. That's an incredible record. Punched off the back foot this time. Picks the gap with perfection between the 2 fielders, cover and mid-off. The ball goes beyond the boundary rope for Shiva off the mark with a boundary. The captain of the FEUJI fighters, Shiva 𝗿𝗏𝗃𝗲. Sorry, my correction. Captain of 𝗿𝗏𝗃𝗲, Shiva, is out there batting. Needs to play with composure to take his team across the finish line. They have a meagre total to chase. Wickets will be paramount. This time hit towards the fielder at cover. No run even offer. Slow ball. Defended towards the cover region again. There's good bowling from Kishore, enticing the batter in the air. Asking the batsman to take a call on what he wants to do with that ball. Wonderful bowling. Short one this time, rock back on the back foot, hit it towards mid-wicket, fielder in the deep, gets around, makes a meal of a straightforward collection, concedes a boundary. Really poor work by that fielder there in the deep. Kishore will be disappointed with that. 𝗿𝗏𝗃𝗲 14 for 1. Shiva now batting on 8 runs, 2 boundaries. Can play it off the back foot towards the fielder at mid-off and they run through for a comfortable single. The end of 2 overs, 15 for 1. Shiva retains strike. Avinash comes back into the attack. Starts off with the ball down the leg and Shiva hits a wonderful stroke over the square leg fielder. Played that on the line. He realized that the ball was pitching outside leg stump. So it was safe to play that sweep shot. You can't be given out leg before once the ball pitches outside leg. Shiva quick to recognize that, plants her foot down and just helps the ball on its way over the square leg fielder for another boundary. 19 for 1. Oh, that deserved to be hit as well. Misses out there, Shiva. Avinash tries to overcorrect, but drags it down the length. Luckily for him, he got away with that one. Full toss that time outside the off stump, called a wide by the umpire. That was slightly lazy wicket keeping there, just getting an arm out, almost football goalkeeper style, let's say hockey goalkeeper style. Lucky for him, he got the right bounce. Punched again, picks the gap with perfection between covers and mid-off. So Shiva is on a roll, his fourth boundary, move on to 17 of 9 balls. And Oracle move on to 24 for 1 of 2.3. FEUJI fighters need to find a way to come back into this game. They need another couple of wickets and they need them quickly. Change in field now, mid-wicket comes into the circle, long off goes back. So long on and long off. The two fielders in the deep. So again off the back foot, got on top of the bounce but hit that straight to the fielder at point. No run. Once again down the leg, you can't be given out once the ball pitches outside the leg stump. So Shiva runs across for the second run there. It'll be interesting to see the call from the umpire. Calls it a leg by. So 2 leg bys. So an overly optimistic appeal there from Avinash, if that was definitely going down the legs. The last ball of the third over coming up. Full ball again, that's drilled down the ground towards long off. So Shiva keeps strike again. The end of the third over. The score moves on to 27 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Shiva 18 of 12. Srikanth, the new bowler, comes into the attack. 140 wickets in his 127 games. Surprised, I thought Kishore would continue. The second time we've seen that in the day today. The bowler releasing the ball behind the stumps. This time towards the fielder at mid-off. Last time we had seen that it had gone towards the umpire. Once again. Can just perhaps be nerves, or maybe the ball is still slippery out there. Not sure what is causing this. It seems like the ball is wet. The bowler taking it to the umpire, asking him to wipe off the moisture to the best of his ability. Nudged off his legs towards long on. Fired into the stumps, an appeal for leg before. Umpire says no. I think that ball was drifting down the legs. Seen very high standards of umpiring throughout this tournament. They've generally been on the money, the umpires. I think that was a good call as well. Outside the off stump, thrashed through his hands at 𝗏𝗃𝗃. Got enough pad on it to take that ball beyond the third man boundary. So 𝗏𝗃𝗃 looking to finish things in a hurry. 32 for 1 now, 3.3 overs. Change in field. Drilled towards long on, mid on rather. No run is on offer. Field now, deep cover, deep third man. Srikanth switches to around the wicket now. Once again an appeal for leg before, but it's impossible to get when you're bowling from around the wicket for a right armour. The ball will always be pitching outside the leg stump with that angle. Umpire quick to point that out to the bowler as well. So FEUJI fighters getting a little desperate now for a wicket. Full toss on leg stump, just helped it on its way. A couple of bounces and over the boundary rope. Wonderful stroke from 𝗃𝗃𝗃. No nonsense. Didn't try to hit it too hard at all, just nudged it. The bowler giving all the pace. The line creating that boundary. So 36 for 1 at the end of 4 overs. And 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃 are marching on their road to victory. They're almost taking no risks. They just need 52 more runs now to finish this game. And they have a lot of time, 18 overs, 16 overs in which to get them. Drill down the ground for a single between the bowler and long on. 𝗙𝗂𝗹𝗃𝗏 comes into the attack for the first time today. Looked really good, 𝗙𝗂, with the bat today. Was playing really well before he was caught in front of the stumps by 𝗬𝗃𝗃, courtesy of a fantastic piece of bowling. But this time now he's coming back with the ball in hand. He'll try to create an impact for FEUJI fighters. A big wide on the offside. In fact, the umpire calls it a no ball because that may have pitched outside the stumps. 𝗙𝗂 not happy with that call. He's asking the umpire to take another look. So the umpire verifying that. He'll take a look at where that ball had pitched. And so pitcher is confirming that that ball had just pitched outside the playing surface. The playing surface marked out with those white dots. The ball landing just outside that region. So the umpire calls it a wide. A free hit, just thrashed towards the covers region. They have protection in the deep, so just a single. Short, wide, played towards short third man. No run is on offer. outside edge. 𝗹𝗏 not able to move quickly enough. I think that was a catching opportunity. The ball just bouncing beyond the wicketkeeper. We'll take another look at that. Yes, definite catching opportunity. 𝗹𝗏 too slow to react, just going with one arm. Was catchable for sure. For Siva now, with his first life, 24 runs for 16 balls, courtesy that boundary. Descends it back to the bowler. This time played towards mid-wicket and the run through for another single. 44 for 1, halfway through already. Just 5 overs into the match. To the second innings. 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃 need 44 more runs in 78 balls to win this game. Just a reminder, 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃 have 18 overs allocated to win this target. They were penalized at the beginning of the match because they were not able to start the game in time, did not have all players available. Fortunately for them, it looks like that's not going to matter. Played towards the cover fielder. No run if an offer. Srikanth is back into the attack. Continues to bowl right arm around the wicket, which almost takes 𝗙𝗵𝗆 out of the equation. Change in field. Cover fielder drops back. Mid-off comes back into the circle. Mid-on comes back into the circle. For covers and third man, the two fielders out. That's well kept out by Siva. Nudged towards the cover fielder for a single. Wide down the leg side. Drilled down the ground. There's no fielder there. Once you manage to beat the inside circle, there were 4 runs all the way. Good batting from 𝗃𝗄 again. Inside edge this time towards short fine leg. Another single. The 50 comes up with that run for 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃. 51 for 1 now. 5.4 overs into the game. They are well on their way towards victory. 37 runs needed now of 74 balls. Just 3 runs required per over. FEUJI fighters really struggling to find a way back into this match. Short ball on the legs, just nudged back to the bowler. And last ball of the 6th over coming up now. Again beats the fielder at mid-off. The ball is racing towards the boundary rope. Wonderful stroke from Shiva. The 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃 captain leading by example. 30 runs now of just 22 balls. 55 for 1 of 6 overs. The perfect start for 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃. Both batters playing confidently. Shiva on 30 of 22, Kefi 13 of 11. Outside edge, no run on offer. Shiva Kundra is bowled well. Shiva managed to get that outside edge in the last over as well that Azhar did not manage to get onto. Appeal for leg before. The umpire have raised a finger almost instantly. Kefi is dismissed. Shiva picks up his first wicket. So important wicket there for FEUJI fighters. Will this be their way to get back into this match? Shiva making a signal towards the dressing room. Isaac, the new batter, who's going to join Shiva in the centre. Kefi played well for his 13 runs, 13 of 13, but is finally dismissed. So Shiva has bowled well, has created the second wicket-taking opportunity, and the second time asking the umpire has raised his finger. 55 for 2 now, of 6.2 overs. Shiva, right arm over the wicket. Well bowled again. On the off stump, keeping it tight. Isaac just defending that off the front foot. No run on offer. Single towards the cover region. So Isaac is off the mark. Shiva coming back on strike, 30 of 22. Shiva's wicket extremely crucial for FEUJI fighters. Short ball outside the off stump. Cuts it, but straight to the fielder at point. Beaten outside the off stump. Wonderful bowling. Superb piece of bowling that from Shiva. Was that a stumping opportunity? We'll take a look and find out how close that was. No, he managed to keep his footing there. Well done by Shiva, although he was beaten, kept his balance. It was Azhar looked pretty sharp on that occasion, standing up to the stumps. Kishore back into the attack. Fuji fighters need to find a way to pick a couple of wickets now. That was a very good over from Shiva, just one single and a wicket picked. Kishore now will come in and bowl to Isaac. Starts off with a full lofted delivery outside the off stump, on the bounce towards the fielder at cover, just a single if an offer. This time Shiva punches it towards cover, no run on offer. Again giving the ball enough air there, Kishore, asking the batsman to generate the power. Shiva not able to do that well, just a single towards deep covers. Fuji fighters need to find a way to pick up one or two more wickets here if they want to come back into this match. That's their only path back into this game. Outside half of the bat, the ball is going towards the fielder at point. The fielder not able to judge that well. Just bounces in no man's land, just a single. Kishore bowling to Shiva. Fires that one in flat outside the off stump. Played towards point, no run on offer. Last ball of the 8th over coming up. Kishore and Afzal. A quick confidence mid-pitch. Afzal. Quick gesture towards the fielder at mid-wicket. Maybe it'll be the slower one. Yes, there is. Punched off the back foot towards covers. Just a single to end the over. 60 for 2 of 8 overs the score at the moment. So 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃 cruising along. They need just 28 runs in 10 overs to win this game. Single to start off the 9th over. Played towards point, but no run is on offer. Similar ball, similar stroke, almost a run out there. Isaac was running, Siva was saying no. Luckily for them, no damage done. Got inside the line of the ball and just nudged it on its way towards the fine leg boundary. Wonderful stroke from Shiva. Good common sense cricket, using the pace of the bowler. Going inside the line of the ball and just helping it on its way. You can see there, almost a paddle toward fine leg. Wonderful wrist work on display from Shiva. Outside the off stump this time, driven towards the fielder at cover, a single on offer. Dot ball. Kishore back into the attack. He's now bowling his third over. No wickets picked in the first 2 overs. Short ball, flighted in the air. Just a single towards deep mid wicket for Shiva. Flighted again. Isaac steps down the pitch but realizes he had not reached the pitch of the ball. Just nudges it towards the cover region for a single. A full ball, beautifully played by Shiva. Picks the gap with perfection between the square leg and the mid-wicket fielders. Gets another boundary. He's now gone on to 44 of 35, just a couple of strokes away from his 50. "15 runs is all Oracle needs now to win this game." Both fielders looking for the ball, and they have not managed to find it. So the ball not found. We're going to have a change in ball. Once again, flighted in the air, giving it a lot of time, Kishore. That's 𝗃𝗏. Drive it towards long on for a single. Flighted again, but wrong line. The batsman helps it on its way, beats the fine leg fielder. Another boundary. Kishore struggling to keep any control today. There's going to be a check, looks like, for whether or not that was a no ball. That was definitely dipping down. The batsman connected it way in front of his body at almost waist height, but the ball was definitely going down. Beaten outside the off stump on that occasion. The end of the over. 10 overs bowled, 78 for 2. Just 10 runs needed now of 8 overs. 𝗪𝗙 into the attack now. Right arm over the wicket. He'll bowl to 𝗃𝗏, who's batting on 45 of 36. Fitted in the air, straight towards the fielder at long off, who runs around and drops it. Just a single. So 𝗃𝗏 gets lucky. The second time in this game, 46 of 37. The fielder at the boundary rope, not able to hold on to that catch. 𝗪𝗙 will feel a little disappointed, let down. Looks like that was Avinash on the boundary rope. This time the batter hits that towards point. They run through for a single. In fact, he runs back on the fumble for the second. Wonderful cricket this. Isaac now batting on 10 of 9. Full toss, helped on its way over the square leg region. The ball carried over the boundary rope or not. 4. Umpire wants to take a look at whether or not that was a no ball. No, that was definitely not a no ball. Dipping almost played at thigh height, helped on its way for a boundary. So 3 more runs needed now to finish this game for 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃. And he's helped by the bowler. Bowls were wide down the leg side. The keeper not able to move on the legs. 5 runs. That ends the game. 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃 win this game comprehensively, just 90 for 2 of 10.3 overs. 𝗬𝗏, the superstar for them with the bat, 46 of 37 balls. With the ball, Akash had picked up 4 wickets earlier. Abhishek picked up 3 wickets as well. Both of them did really, really well. So the MVP for the game was Akash, followed closely by Abhishek, followed closely by 𝗬𝗏. The FEUJI fighters, 𝗬𝗏 put in a display, both with bat and ball. So we come to the end of the first match. 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃 winning comprehensively by 8 wickets. Still had 7.5 overs left in the tank. 𝗬𝗏 doing really well, 46 of 37. Isaac, 17 of 8. The bowling effort for them. Akash picking up 4 wickets. Abhishek picking up 3 wickets. For the FEUJI fighters, not too much to talk about today, unfortunately. Prajwal, 17 of 16. 𝗬𝗏, 17 of 8. Were the only 2 batters who did anything worth noticing. And then with the ball in hand, Avinash picked up a wicket. 2 overs of 14 runs. 𝗬𝗏 bowled really well. He picked up a wicket as well. 3 overs, 16 for 1. But beyond that, Kishore going for 24 of his 3 overs. Srikanth conceding 19 of his 2 overs. And Harshil conceding 12 runs of the first 3 balls, which brought the match to an early finish. So we hope you enjoyed our telecast and our coverage of this first match between FEUJI fighters and 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃. FEUJI fighters batting first, 87 bowled out in the 17th over of the match. 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃 coming back and achieving that score in the 11th over of the game, courtesy that brilliant inning from 𝗬𝗏. That brings us to the end of this match. Join us shortly as we begin the second game for the day. Akash with me from Team 𝗚𝗏𝗃𝗃. 4 wickets today. Talk to me about what was going on with the bowling today.
On the other end, you can see the other bowlers were creating up the pressures, and I was getting the benefit of that. They were trying to hit it, and it was landing in the safe hands, quick misses, and it was hitting the wickets. That ball was very good. He completely missed it. That ball was brilliant. Any batter would have gone out on that ball.
I completely agree. I think most batters would have lost their stump to that. Unfortunately, it was a lower end batter, but the ball was still worth its beauty.
Yes.
Coming back to the pitch, right? We've seen very high scoring games on this surface, right? We've seen teams score 180, 190 consistently. But I've noticed this with Oracle, this is a pattern that you end up bowling teams under 120, 130. Somehow your spinners come out there and lay out a web for the batters. So what's the secret there?
Yeah, the pace is the secret, I would say. We are not giving pace to the batters. Batters love to play fast ball. The ball comes very easy. And we also have huge turn with our spinners. Spinners are very good. They have variations as well. They bowl the quicker one. They have good turn. So that does the trick for us.
Right. A word on your captain as well, Shiva. I think he played a very good batting innings, but apart from that, with the ball in hand as well, I noticed that when he's wicket keeping, he's always very active, very alert, giving out instructions to the fielders. How much of a role does that play in terms of motivating you on the field?
I would say 100% is his effort. He motivates. If he is playing, he is completely in the game. He will never lose his concentration from the game. If he wants to get something achieved, he will try everything for that. Plus, the second thing I like about him, he trusts the bowlers. He knows if one over goes bad for the other one will come and cover it up. He does his role, and his confidence does his part.
Talk to me about the tactic or the strategy a little bit, right? Because Abhishek had bowled out very early into the innings, right? So how was that he was confident? I mean, I don't know, maybe you'll have to read his mind and tell me, but how is it that he felt so confident that, the bowlers will be able to do the job at the back end, bowling his key bowler out so early in the innings?
Yeah, so the captain's back confidence does the major role over here. So captain was showing confidence in him, and he was doing his role. He was pitching in the very good areas, and he was getting the results. So that was also boosting him up.
All right, and it's great to see. I think you have a lot of ammunition left in your bowling attack. I think Isaac just bowled 1 over.
Yes.
I think there was another fast bowler who bowled just 1 over. Right. So great to see. I think Oracle is doing really well. I think you are number 2 now on the points table. So congratulations.
Thank you for that. Yes.
And all the best for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.